Hey YouTube, how's it going? Selena here, and this video is going to be 10 ways to entertain your newborn to 2-month-old. I know when he was born, there were times where he was awake and I was like, what am I supposed to do with him? He's so little. He can't do anything. So I've decided to make this video of different ways to entertain your newborn to 2-month-old. And I think it's important to say that not all of these activities are exactly appropriate for a newborn, but if you do them, make sure that your child is ready for them. So some of them may require a little bit more head support, or them be able to hold their head up just a little bit. And always make sure that you're properly supporting their head and back throughout these activities. And some of them it is important to use in moderation, and don't do them all the time. So first activity is high contrast. So you can play high contrast. Forgot to say, throughout this video there will be little clips of him doing some of these activities. So the first activity is high contrast, and it can be high contrast videos, it could be in high contrast book, it could be a high contrast just a little card. I've actually made some for him. So this one's got a snail on one side, and then it's got a heart and some lines on the other, and I've made 3 of these for him, and we have one that's actually a lot bigger that we use to put on his changing table for him to look at while we're changing him. And when they're younger, they love to look at the high contrast images. And I will also we also used to have play a video for him on the iPad, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. And you see he's actually he's looking at it now. So the next one is singing, dancing, and talking to your baby. I know a lot of times, especially with talking, you don't know what to say, but you can say pretty much anything as long as it's positive. Even though they don't understand you, I wouldn't recommend saying anything negative to your baby. But I am one of those people who still don't know what to say, so you can always sing your favorite songs to your baby, and you can dance with them. So when they're younger, you can kind of hold them and cradle them in your arms and just rock back and forth. And as they get older, you can move their hands and feet to the beat. The next one is a play mat. And it's really just a mat that lays on the floor, and it's usually got toys hanging above the baby so that they can hit the toys or just look at the toys. And one of the ones that he has actually has a mirror on it, so he can sit and he can look at the mirror.
And this goes as a lesson for all rule breakers out there. Crime does not pay.
Squeak, listen to me. Squeak, I love you.
You gotta be kidding.
Mr. Truinsky, this is on you.
Gotta make sure it's still filming. Okay. The next activity is tummy time. And tummy time is actually something that is really good for your baby to help them get more head and neck control. And I know that there are a lot of babies out there that don't like tummy time. He used to not like tummy time, and there are lots of different things that you can try, from propping them up. We used to prop him up on this. It's called nursing pillow. We used to prop him up on this. You can put like a little blanket underneath their armpits. You can put them on top of a yoga ball and kind of roll them back and forth. And one thing that I like doing, and that he also enjoyed, is kind of putting him on an elevated surface, somewhere where he's safe though, and getting down in front of him and kind of cheering him on and encouraging him and sounding really, really happy about him being on his tummy and lifting up his head. And I think that that was really what got him to like tummy time. One thing that babies do is they look for things that make you happy, and if it's something that makes you happy or get excited about, they'll want to do it over and over again. Another thing that you can do is you can read to them. So when they're younger, you may want to start off with shorter books when they have a shorter attention span, or if you do choose a longer book when they start to get uninterested in it, then stop reading to them, because you don't want it to be a negative thing. Oh, I'm bored, she's gonna keep on going. Do it do it while they're interested in it, and also sound excited while you're reading and use different voices. Here are some of the books that we used to read, or that we still read to him. So these books, here's two of them, we actually got from Dollar Tree, so they were $1. This one is Sea Life Colors, this one is Buggy Numbers, and I quite enjoy these books. They are really simple, they don't really have any words in them. So here's kind of view. So I think like this, the butterfly with the black and white, is actually really good for newborns. It's still something that's high contrast for them to look at. Another book that he likes is The Wonderful Things You Will Be by Emily Wingfield Martin. This is actually one of his favorite books for me to read to him. He loves to touch the pages on the book and to look at the different pictures. It's a book where I can make it go long or I can make it go short. I think it's perfect for his age and for when he's older and has a better attention span. And another book that he likes is this, which is Peekaboo Forest. He likes the crinkly noise, and so this one is actually perfect. This, the owl crinkles, and then you see him reaching for it. When you open it up, the little peekaboo things, these crinkle too, and he loves the crinkly sounds. Here, you take the book. Another activity that you can do is you can let them feel different materials and different fabrics to get their hands used to or their skin used to all the different things that they'll be able to feel. It helps them build their sensory. So even if you don't have cards like I'm about to show, it's okay. You can just, if you have a jean jacket or jean pants, you can let them feel that. You can let them feel something nice and fluffy and fuzzy and soft and, all the different materials. But what I would do with him is I have these cards, and on the back they say different things like this froggy one. Frogs are bumpy. Feel the bumpy frog. What does the frog say? And they have each different animals on them. And then they've got these little areas on them with different textures. So this one's kind of like a leathery texture for the frog. It's a feathery texture for the duck. And a furry texture for the dog. And there's more, but what I would do is I would take his hand and I would rub his hand along the different fabrics. And actually, when he got older, he started reaching and trying to rub the little circle also. So it kind of helped build his motor skills. He's like, what is going on? All of my stuff is here. Another thing you could do is kind of do kicking activities with him. So you can play with his feet and kind of get him to kick his feet. Or what I would do is, because he likes the crinkly noise, we would take something that's crinkly and put it down by his feet, and he would kick it, and when he kicked it, it'd make the noise, so it made him kick even more. Who's that? Is that you, Tunky? Is that you? Mwah. Another one is this right here, and I think this is important to wait till your child is a little older and make sure that you're properly supporting them. But you can stand them up. You can stand them up and you can sit them up. And always make sure your child's head and back are properly supported when doing these activities. And also, don't stand them up on the little legs too much. You don't want to put, they're not quite ready for it too often. So what I do is I will hold most of his weight in my arms instead of having most of the weight on his legs. So sometimes his legs aren't even touching the ground. but he quite enjoys this. Another one is toys. So of course we have different toys and things for the babies. His favorite one is this from Bright Starts. I got this one from, this is his monkey. I got this one from my sister. So his ears make a crinkly noise, and then his paws have all these different things on them, which he absolutely loves. What he does with it right now is just he tries to eat it, but as he gets older, it'll help him learn to grip the different objects. Ooh, careful, Chunky. It'll help him learn to grip all the different objects and work on his fine motor skills. Dang it. But some toys you may find that your child cares nothing about. Like, there's this little doggy that rattles. He couldn't care for this dog at all. But this, he loved it. So yeah, so you know, you've got to learn your baby and figure out what toys they do and don't like. And the last activity is just making silly faces. They love it. You can make silly faces and silly noises. You can stick your tongue out. And after a while, once they get older, they'll start trying to do the same things. And it's really fun and funny to watch. And those are our 10 activities, 10 ways to entertain your newborn to 10-month-old. So, we will see you guys next time. Deuces. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Tunky. Bye-bye.